this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life. Welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for Scrap Lift Sunday where Laura Alberts and I take the same person and scrap lift them. And I have some products from close to my heart, and we are scrap lifting this week Inky Quill. And this is Laura's most favorite person just as much as Missy Wooden is to me. So I went through her Instagram channel because I don't watch her process videos all that often. I do binge watch hers when I want to catch some smaller layouts because she doesn't do much 12x12s anymore. And that's kind of why I kind of stopped watching some of her videos, was for that reason. However, I do follow this one to the T, and I make it into a 12x12. And I follow how she does the pictures. The picture, like, pretty, I mean, it's actually really close. I made sure that I got the doily that she put in. I did the same amount of layering and that kind of stuff along with it. And I'm just working on using the Summer Lights collections. I'm really working on this month and probably the month of November to really work on that old stash while I'm getting some of the newer collections in. I do have a couple of items on pre-order that I'm just waiting for to get into the shop and then get it to me, obviously. And I'm distressing everything like I always do. And I do a bunch of stamping off camera. Now you will see that I place this down and you'll see a couple of the stamp sets that I used to do my flowers. And one of them, unfortunately, is discontinued. It's the Ola Spirit Holiday. I used the florals off of that, as you can see right there. And then the one that isn't discontinued is our Stitch Bordered Essentials, which I'll link down below. And there it is. It is all done. And what I should have done, and I normally do this, is that when I place these off camera to get these right, just so that I can have an idea of where I want everything, I normally take a strip of ATG and run it down the middle so that it at least sticks a little bit, and then I can go back on camera and just place a little bit of glue here and there to get everything stuck down. And I didn't do this, and I was a little worried that it wasn't going to look right, but once I get this all done, it actually looks perfect because I do come in with the Summer Lights collection stickers that I do have in some of the ephemera to fill in and get some color within this black and white. And I just used my regular black ink stamp, actually ink pad, not stamp, ink pad from Close to My Heart to do this, because I wasn't doing any mixed media or any of that sort, so I didn't need to do any archival or any of that sort type of stuff. And I just sat and fussy cut. There was one of my favorite all-time authors out of London, or the UK, I should say. The UK turned those 3 books, it was a trilogy, into a TV series. So I'm super ecstatic. Oh my gosh, I'm constantly telling my husband, you need to get the episodes out. You need to go find it for me. Because it's not local here unless you have BBC on your cable TV or whatever. So I just sat and watched. I caught up on my episodes and fussy cut all these out, stamped them, and fussy cut them all out. I think it turned out wonderful off to that side, and you'll see what I do. And then I do take a couple of the picture, or like I should say the flower and stamp, and do it right underneath the photo. Now the photo that I have is of while we were down in Savannah Rapids. A friend of mine came from Germany. She was here for a conference and spent almost a week with us, and I took her down to some of the places that I thought is really cool. And this is the locks of, it's kind of like the locks of love while you were over in Paris. However, I called this layout Locks of Friendship because I took my friend down there, and we just always have a good time when we're together. And I took the stitched, Inky Quill is known to do her black squiggles or black whatever along the outside of almost all of her layouts. And that's what I decided to do here, is that I took the stitch bordered, and one of them looked like, they're all stitched, so it looks like I stitched all the way around it, but it was with just black ink is all I did. And I took this circle and I'm just placing little circles here and there around it. At first it looks a little weird, but I promise you it doesn't. It gets better. And that's about all the stamping that I do. I did a lot of stamping this time. I haven't done much stamping lately, and I have noticed that I need to get back into it. And so I was like, yay, I was glad that I did all of this because I absolutely love how it looks. So the colors that I pull out of the Summer Nights collection is all of the stars and the seashells and a rainbow. I absolutely know that there is nothing, and I'm talking nothing of seashells with this or anything, but the pops of colors was perfect, and I love it. I am not one of those literal type scrappers that just because that the picture doesn't have a star or seashell that I can't have it on there. It don't bother me a bit. So I was placing all these down with my glue, and the Locks of Love, if you want to call it, it came from Paris. I have tons of pictures of while I was stationed in Germany. We went to Paris, and I took my picture by it, but they actually had to take off almost all of the locks because it got too heavy. Otherwise, the bridge was going to collapse. So this just kind of reminded me of it. So the reason why I called it Locks of Friendship was because I did, like I said, I did take my good friend down there, and it just kind of reminded me of how no matter how far apart we are, and even if we don't talk all that often, our friendship is still there. And that was kind of the meaning behind the Locks of Love, Locks of Friendship. And I'm just pulling out the word of out of this pink section from the box of colors from Chamel. It works perfect. The colors work well with this. And this is the Summer Nights thickers, the silver ones. They've got a pink lining underneath, and then they're silver on top, and it works perfect. I do know that Inky Quill is a huge gold person, I should say, on the respect of gold splatters. Because I'm such a silver type person, I did do silver. And I do realize, I promise you, I do realize I forgot the R. I was doing this video late at night, this process video late at night, just doing it. And I'm like, something's not right. And this is what I get for doing this video at 12:30 at night. That's all I'm just going to say. But I promise you, I fixed it. In the still shots, you will see that the R is in the word friendship. I noticed it after the camera. So the still shots are coming up. Make sure you go check out Laura, and I'll link everything down for Inky Quill and all of my other stuff that I used, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!